All right. So good art is comprised of three things. It is made up of three things. One, execution. This is the brushstroke, the composition, the lighting, everything that harmonizes to form aesthetically pleasing art. That includes um, other forms of art that aren't visual, so music as well, rhythm, and the right notes, the right frequencies, the right harmonies, purpose, the meaning behind the art, the function of the art, the hopeful outcome of the art. So if I'm making art for the hopeful outcome of improving the lives of those that view it, that is a good purpose. In the same way, if I'm executing my art in a way that is pleasing, in a way that is objectively beautiful, that is good execution. And then finally, reception. So when execution is done in mind, when execution is done right, it will convey a purpose to the right population. It will be received in a particular way. So the reception or the way in which a the intended audience receives the art is another facet of good art. So execution, purpose, and reception. If I have drawn my drawing well or painted my painting well, and it is received well, as in it is aesthetically pleasing and people like it, but there is no purpose. I've essentially made something similar to what Netflix does. Whenever I'm watching Netflix, I do not get the slightest feeling that I'm consuming something worthwhile. I'm consuming something that will be purposeful or meaningful or will change my life or will challenge my assumptions in some way. In the same way with Instagram or TikTok, so on and so forth. All of these things are designed to be are executed well, as in good composition, um, good timing, good lighting, all of those things, and they are received well because they are high quality, but they have very little meaning. They are not designed to improve anyone's life. Now, reception and purpose, but very bad or minimal execution, usually happens with student slash hobbyist work. It is received well because nobody really expects students or hobbyists to be that good. They can be good, but not that good. Nobody expects them to be that good. So they do not criticize them in terms of execution too much. Usually they like to look into the purpose behind the work. And if the purpose is satisfactory, they will congratulate the student slash hobbyist for simply having completed the project, not necessarily on the quality of the completion or the execution. So it is usually student slash hobbyist work, usually received well, and may very well have a lot of purpose slash meaning. As with students and hobbyists, they are driven mostly by passion. Although, of course, students may very well be driven by the desire for a good grade, but even that desire may produce some form of passion for the art itself. So, received well and full of purpose usually happens with student slash hobbyist work. Execution and purpose together usually goes in line with misunderstood geniuses, so to speak. A misunderstood genius, so to speak, will perhaps create very good work that is executed very well, that has all the right qualities of aesthetically pleasing art. However, they will also possess good purpose, very good meaning, very deep, rich meaning. But reception will be weak or minimal because they are operating at a level beyond the average audience or even the target audience of their work. It's like it's like trying to um, explain the intricacies, the feelings that you feel when looking at Starry Night to a toddler. In the same way, the misunderstood genius may very well have trouble conveying the meaning of his work uh, through execution to the target audience. So, execution and the purpose without good reception may very well be the work of a misunderstood genius or somebody who didn't really make their work with the target audience in mind. Now, execution and purpose are good. That's fine. Those things are great, but it isn't good art. Execution and reception isn't exactly good art. Reception and purpose isn't exactly good art. Good art, great art, the pinnacle, as far as I know, happens when all of these things are in harmony. Execution, purpose, reception creates good art, great art, the pinnacle, the zenith, and so on. Um, Please let me know if you have any objections to what I've stated here. This is by no means some sort of academic treatise on the nature of art. It is simply my view based off of my reasoning and evidence. So please feel free to present your counter arguments in the comments. God bless.